So not only are Switch games potentially going to get better, they're also going to get worse. Welcome back to Switch News. Yes, I have chopped off like half of my hair. Thank you for noticing my, new haircut. But anyway, let's crack on with Switch News. So if you didn't know, Charles Martinet, the original voice actor of Super Mario and Luigi and a bunch of other stuff as well, he's no longer going to be Mario's voice, essentially. He's not doing voice acting for Nintendo anymore, and Nintendo released a statement about this recently, but he's now going to be a Mario ambassador, so I suppose he just like travels the world and like promotes Mario and stuff. But there was a question. We were all wondering whether or not he's going to be in the new game, Super Mario Bros. Wonder, which is coming out on the 20th of October. And well, Nintendo have now confirmed that he is not going to be the voice actor of Mario in the new game, and that we should wait until the game releases to see the credits roll to find out who the new Mario voice actor is. And then that makes me think, have they got like a solid Mario voice actor now? Are they going to replace Charles with somebody new and they will now be the voice of Mario for the next 30 years? Or is it going to chop and change? Are we going to see like inconsistencies from now on? And also, are they going to be copying Charles's voice? You know, are they going to be doing the same Mario we all know and love? Or are we going to get like Chris Pratt? I've no idea. But yeah, I mean, it opens up so many questions and cans of worms, and I'm super sort of excited to see what's next for Mario. And I'm certainly excited for the new game, so let's wait for that, I suppose. Blasphemous 2 has finally released, and I'm so hyped for this. I haven't bought it yet. I haven't even completed the first one, but I absolutely love the first one. The art style is just superb. It's a Metroidvania Souls-like game, and I'm all for Metroidvanias. I love Metroid and Castlevania, the original 2D platforming games. You know, I just love those. And Blasphemous, when I first saw it, I was like, yes, I need that in my life. So I bought the physical on Switch, and it's such a good game. And Blasphemous 2, looking at reviews and looking at the gameplay that I've seen online, just seems to take the first one and just kind of make it better. You know, like they've just improved upon it. And I love that because, you know, it wasn't broken in the first place, right? I really enjoyed where they were going with that original version. I'm so glad that they've just sort of taken that blueprint and then improved upon it. So I'm super hyped to grab it. But if you've got it, let me know. Like, tell me, how hyped is it? Like, you know, is it good? Does it suck? Like, I want to know from real people's experiences. So in the same vein as Blasphemous 2, we've got The Last Faith. And I saw this in the Gamescom like presentation, and I was like, oh, this looks amazing. It's very similar to Blasphemous 2. It's a Metroidvania, and it's a Souls-like with like a 2D sort of like pixel arty kind of direction going with the art style. And it really looks like Castlevania to me. It looks amazing. I was like gobsmacked. I was like, this looks incredible. And well, then I was lucky enough to play the official beta over on Steam. So I actually played this on the Steam Deck. I only sank like half an hour into it, just really quickly, like just going around and doing some stuff. And it looks amazing. It feels really good. I love that there's voice acting in it. So all the text, I was expecting it not to, you know, have voice acting, but it does. And yeah, I'm really hyped to grab this. Now, it has been delayed another month. So I believe it's coming out in November now on Switch and everywhere else. So I think it's just been delayed in general. But if you like Blasphemous and Castlevania and Metroidvanias and Metroid and all that kind of stuff, you probably want to check out The Last Faith. Now, I love Jet Set Radio. I loved it back on the Dreamcast. I've played it like on and off since then, but you know, most of my memories come from the nostalgia of the original. And whilst it did have a sequel with Future, it's been 22 years since the last Jet Set Radio game. 22 years. Why? But now we've got a spiritual successor with Bomb Rush Cyberfunk. It looks really cool. It basically looks like a modern Jet Set Radio, and the reviews are out and everyone seems to think it's really good, at least the ones that like have said that they've played Jet Set Radio and can see like where it's coming from. I'm sure if you've got no nostalgia, then maybe it's not as good, but for someone like me that played the original and really liked it, this is probably going to be a game for you. I've not played it. I haven't. I probably will pick it up at some point, but when that will be, I don't know. I was more coming here to hear if you'd played it and kind of tell you about it, and you know, let me know if it's any good. That's what I want to know. Just tell me, is it good? Nintendo have finally put a new N64 game on Switch Online. I swear they just kind of do it as and when they want to. It's kind of annoying. Just give me like a schedule, please, and release more. But anyway, Excitebike is coming on the 30th of August, which is next week. And yeah, I haven't played this in a long time. I never owned it. I like played it randomly, just at places, you know. But it's coming to Switch Online expansion pack on the N64 side with local and online multiplayer, which is going to be awesome. I'm actually quite excited. Did you see what I did there? I'm excited to play this with my N64, you know, controller for the Switch Online thing. It's going to be fun. Maybe I'll drag AJ from our PlayStation channel and the podcast to, you know, maybe have a bash at this at some point, because it would be quite funny, I reckon. But yeah, I just wanted to let you know that they finally put another game on the N64 side, and yeah, it's Excitebike. Are you excited? Now, I'm not going to pretend like I know what I'm talking about here, because I don't. GameDriver is now like a new tool for devs to use on the Nintendo Switch. Why is this like taken nearly 10 years? Well, it's not quite 10 years, is it? But is it? What is it now? 7 years? I've lost count. But it's taken a long time for this kind of thing to come available to devs making Switch games. But apparently, GameDriver is basically like a way of testing games and making them better. So essentially, it could mean that new Switch games will be more optimized, which is a win. Woohoo! Less buggy. Woohoo! You know, it's going to be good. Maybe I should be the new Mario voice actor. Woohoo! Maybe not. But yeah, this looks great. You know, I really like the idea of this. I'm all for games being less buggy. There's been so many games over the past few years that have just sucked. I'm looking at UK Over the Kangaroo. That was just a mess when that launched. Like, ooh, there's been so many others as well. But yeah, any sort of tool developers can use to improve games and make them run better, especially on the Switch when it's such old hardware and they're squeezing every last drip of performance out of it. This could be a really invaluable tool. But on the back of that, we've got some more news which absolutely sucks. Denuvo is coming to Switch. Yeah. Now, if you don't know what Denuvo is, it's basically like anti-piracy software which gets baked into a game to stop people being able to pirate the game and then play it illegally emulated, essentially. And what that means is they're trying to get around people that emulate that game. Now, still, I'm not like, you know, I'm just plucking this out of thin air, but I'd still say it's a very small percentage of people that are going to illegally play that game and emulate it in comparison to the people that go and buy the game, right? And who's going to get affected by this? The people that buy the game. And we've seen this, you know, Denuvo's not new. Denuvo's been around for a long time, and we always see it because they say, software does not impede performance at all. Which is utter BS, because every game that's launched with it has had serious performance issues, and then, oh look, the developer, you know, is like, I'm gonna remove Denuvo now after a few months, and magically the game gets better, with less bugs, less like performance issues, less stuttering, whatever. And yeah, it's obviously Denuvo. I actually can't see how they can state that it doesn't affect performance when it's just proven that it absolutely does. I can't give you any examples, but go Google it and you'll find many examples of this. I swear it's illegal. It is here in the UK to lie about stuff like that, but maybe it's not elsewhere. I don't know. But yeah, so whilst we're going to get improvements potentially by this GameDriver development tool for the devs, we're also going to get worse performance from Denuvo. So maybe it balances out. Maybe GameDriver makes the games better and then Denuvo sucks it back down to like baseline. Maybe? I don't know. But yeah, that's kind of a sad thing. I mean, it's not like forced upon devs to use it. It's just a tool that's there to try and help them get more money, to stop, you know, people pirating the game. But there's always ways around it. Like, the pirators are super nerds most of the time, and they find a way of cracking through it anyway. So what's the point? Money, I suppose. But yeah, so that's kind of sad. The other thing is, like, why now? Why this long into the Switch's lifespan? I mean, we're right near the end of the lifespan, right, for the Switch, and now they're like, yeah, we're going to bring GameDriver and Denuvo. Like, it's a bit late for that, isn't it? Or is it? maybe they are bringing it, for the successor, so that it's in line now, ready for the developers to start using with the new Switch successor titles. That sounds more plausible to me. So they're sort of getting an in, ready for these new games. But, maybe not, I don't know, but it just seems logical to me that they're gearing up for the new games and the new Switch, like whatever that's going to be, the new Nintendo console. Just seems like that's the right move in a business perspective. But let me know your thoughts. If you know more about GameDriver, then absolutely educate us down in the comments, and even Denuvo. I don't know everything about it, I just know about it. So let us know down in the comments. So that's been our Switch news. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Go down there, make sure to subscribe and like this video, and leave me a comment with a heart because you love me. Or maybe, you like my new haircut. Maybe you don't like my haircut, in which case, screw you.
Oh, no.
But anyway, whilst you're debating whether you like my haircut or not, go and check out the podcast where me and AJ talk about all things gaming. No matter what it is, we discuss it. And check out another video from me on this channel, just here. But make sure you go and subscribe first and comment.